Right now on News 13, as many of us celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks, don't forget to keep people like veterans in mind who may suffer from post-traumatic stress. Plus, we head down to the shore to find out why so many people chose to celebrate the 4th of July holiday on the Grand Strand.
Coverage you can count on at 6 starts now.
First at 6, most of the state, including the PD and Grand Strand, is in a severe drought. That could mean dangerous conditions if you plan to shoot fireworks this 4th of July weekend. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Adriana Lawrence. Fire officials want you to take extra precautions if you decide not to go to a public fireworks show. News 13's Eric Cooper has some tips to help you stay safe.
For those that consider themselves fireworks enthusiasts, they go to places like Jabs Fireworks in Dillon County. But fire officials want you to remain safe this historic weekend.
You're only going to see this one time. It's once in a lifetime, never happen again. So it's very special. Just thinking how far we've come as a country and trying to predict, where we're going to be at, hopefully a better place someday.
Researchers at Wallet Hub say Americans will spend close to $3 billion this year in fireworks. But with drought conditions still impacting our part of the Eastern Carolinas, fire rescue crews warn that one firework could ignite a major fire.
Sometimes fireworks will shoot off and power lines or transformers or things along those lines can get damaged and result in much larger issues such as a power outage. If you choose to use fireworks, make sure it is in a large open area far away from anything that can be damaged by the use of the fireworks. Fireworks near a roadway, if an errant firework goes off and it strikes a vehicle, it could cause a collision, and it can also be a distraction to drivers. Officials also warn about other dangers that are potential hazards. Mixing alcohol and fireworks is inherently dangerous. Alcohol impairs your judgment, and we want to make sure that nobody gets hurt. The use of alcohol and fireworks is only increasing the likelihood that there could be an accident and an injury as a result of improper use of the fireworks.
Officials want everyone to be safe and not drink and drive and enjoy this historic 4th of July weekend. Reporting in Florence, Eric Cooper, News 13.
Eric, thank you. Also remember, when and where you can shoot fireworks depends on the county or municipality you're in. So check your local ordinances before you break out the bottle rockets and Roman candles. And for those of you who plan to enjoy a professional fireworks show, you have plenty to choose from tomorrow night. In Myrtle Beach, you can see a display from the 2nd Avenue Pier starting at 9 or Broadway at the beach at 10. Shows in North Myrtle start at 9:30 at the Cherry Grove Pier and 10 at Barefoot Landing. And in the PD, there's a night of fun at the Florence Soccer Complex. The gates open at 5. The fireworks show will start at 9:45. Again, all these shows will happen tomorrow night. And a popular 4th of July tradition returns to the South Carolina coast. The 17th annual Salute from the Shore will start around 1 tomorrow afternoon in North Myrtle Beach. A group of active duty and vintage aircraft flown by retired veterans and volunteers will fly from the North Strand down to Beaufort. This year, Apache helicopters will join the flight for the very first time. While people across the nation will enjoy the 4th of July with fireworks, those displays can make the holiday difficult to enjoy for some, including veterans. However, local veterans told News 13's Maddie Cottisbody that should not stop the celebration.
For some combat veterans, the sound of fireworks can trigger their PTSD. But veterans here at the local VFW say the festivities shouldn't stop on their behalf. For these veterans, the 4th of July is a celebration of freedom and a reminder of the sacrifices made to secure that freedom. But for those dealing with PTSD, the sound can take them back to a time of combat caused by the loud booms and pops synonymous with fireworks. Despite this, local veterans don't want the public to avoid celebrating. Karen Collins, who served as both a member of the military police and as a reservist, says she encourages Independence Day festivities.
It's part of the celebration, and I think that, especially with the 250th, those who went before us would definitely want us to celebrate. So, I tell folks, if that's not your thing, don't participate. But let's not squash the celebration for those who do, right?
The veterans remind the public to be mindful of others should they choose to shoot off their own fireworks by not shooting them off later than allowed. In Merle's Inlet, Maddie Cottisbody, News 13.
Maddie, thank you. Take a look at your screen here. These roads in the Market Common will be closed tomorrow morning for the Independence Day 5K Run Walk and Uncle Sam 1 Mile Fun Run Walk. The closures for the 17th annual event will start at 6:45 a.m. The roads will reopen by 8:30 a.m. We've also listed these roads online at WBTW.com. And our parent company Nexstar invites you to celebrate America's 250th birthday with fireworks specials across the country. Nexstar will kick off the holiday celebration with a live fireworks special tonight. Celebrate 250 Red, White, and Boom will showcase the Midwest's largest fireworks display from downtown Columbus, Ohio. And continuing the celebrations with Nexstar will take us to California. A 1-hour broadcast, Celebrate 250 Big Bay Boom San Diego, will showcase the nation's largest Independence Day fireworks display on the West Coast. The special will air live tomorrow night. And the roads are packed as people head to their 4th of July destination. This is a look at traffic earlier today on I-95 in Florence County. And you can bet some of those drivers made their way to the Grand Strand. News 13's Morgan Baker spoke with visitors in Myrtle Beach about what brought them here for the holiday.
My daughter-in-law has been coming here since she was a baby, so she turned us on to the warm ocean and the family atmosphere, and we just really love it. We've been back ever since.
I love the ocean, just swimming and playing in the sand. It's super fun.
For many of the visitors I met today, coming to Myrtle Beach for the 4th of July was an easy choice. The 4th is one of the busier times of year in Myrtle Beach and across the entire Grand Strand, with many events planned throughout the holiday weekend, like the Salute from the Shores flyover and local fireworks shows, which one visitor I spoke with expressed enthusiasm for.
They're just cool, and sometimes we can see them from our beach house. I just like the beach and to come here and everything.
Many visitors I spoke with say they chose Myrtle Beach because of the family-friendly atmosphere, the beautiful weather, and of course, the beach. One visitor I spoke with shared his plans for the weekend.
Digging holes. He's not digging a hole. He's not digging a hole. He's just trying to look performative. It's all me. I got some American flag pants and a shirt. Gonna look for some fireworks.
If you'll also be digging holes on the beach this weekend, the city asks that you make sure to fill them up before you go and have a safe, fun holiday. Reporting in Myrtle Beach, Morgan Baker, News 13.
All right, Morgan, thank you. And a few miles inland, we stopped by the Riverwalk in Conway today, where lots of people were out and about getting an early start to their Independence Day celebrations.
It is such a beautiful day. We came out to have lunch at the Trestle, which was wonderful. And then the river was so inviting. We rode down here and we came out to sit out here and watch the boats go past. It's just beautiful.
Sounds like a perfect day. And with these hot temperatures, many families are looking to cool off in the ocean, swimming pools, or water parks. Today we stopped by the splash pad at Lynch's River, County Park in Coward.
Just being outside and of course not on a screen, and having a safe place for her to play and run around, and it looks like it's very kid friendly and safe.
The park's recreation supervisor says the splash pad uses recycled rainwater, so it's not wasting resources during the drought. The splash pad will be open from 11 until 6 tomorrow. Admission is $6 for kids 2 to 12, and one adult gets in free with each child. You can also get a season pass for $60. Next on News 13, legislation in North Carolina could bring big changes to the state's multi-billion-dollar hemp industry. And Krista has your most accurate holiday weekend forecast when News 13's local coverage you can count on continues.